If you could have one dessert, like you
God.
you're on death row.
Okay.
Okay, and this is your last dessert of all time.
What did I do to get on death? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
And I told Brian, I promised him, we'd get back to some stouts.
Yes.
And sure enough, thanks to Traveler, Lisa Fick Broomfield, we've got the last of the beers that she sent to us from State of Brewing in you know how to pronounce this?
Was it Waunakee or something like that, Wisconsin?
Waunakee?
Oh, Waunakee.
Waunakee?
Yeah, I think it's Waunakee.
Is it Waunakee? Dolan, do you have any
I
idea?
don't. I have no idea.
It's a county that comes up on my background checks quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So we must have a lot of travelers
I think
in that
we do.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. They're a contract brewer with, so they don't have their own brewery.
Okay.
They're just contract brewing, which we've talked about a little bit in the past, with Octopi Brewing.
Yes.
So, and if you look on their website, Octopi is taking applications for more brewers to come in and do some contract brewing. So they must have a pretty large space.
I guess if you're going to start a business, a brewing business, and you don't have the space or the money to have a space yet,
Yeah.
this is a way to get your beers to market.
So we've got two different ones. We have chocolate lava cake stout
Okay.
Ooh.
and chocolate stout.
Less lava,
Less cake.
no cake.
Should we do cake first or not cake?
I feel like we
first?
should go not cake and then into dessert cake. I don't know. I
think
Cake
you're
for
right.
dessert.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Oh. Oh, look, I spilled some on the table.
No doubt.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, so Lisa, thank you so much. I know you sent us quite a few beers, and I definitely appreciate it. I believe last time I thanked you, I screwed up your name, and I apologize for that.
Well, we had some beer that day.
We did have a lot of beer that day. That is absolutely true. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the beers that you sent to us.
I can smell the. Sorry to interrupt you, but I can smell the chocolate just kind of floating around there.
You're right. Yeah. Okay, now it looks slightly more carbonated than I would have expected from a stout.
Yeah, it looks.
Maybe.
I like the bottles or the bubbles at the bottom. Mm-hmm. They're really coming off there. It looks more like a brown in color wise.
Right. I was going to
It
say
does.
a brown, a porter, that type of thing.
It smells chocolatey though. It looks a lot like the Samuel Smith's chocolate stout. The English style one.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like that in the glass, and it smells like it too. Is it dry-ish?
Maybe a little dry.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. I think the flavor's delightful. That's a nice.
That is good.
Now, is it a stout? It's a little thin.
Well, they say it is, so I guess it is. What's the ABV on this thing?
I don't know. Dolan's
Who's
getting
blowing
text.
up?
He's
I
getting-
don't know. I'm getting blown
Is that
up
Willy
here.
Wonka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to know about this chocolate beer.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Oh,
What's the kid's name that falls in the river?
Charlie? Oh, no.
Veruca Salt?
Augustus Glump.
That's
there you
right.
go.
That's right.
You get sucked up in the tube.
Are we going to talk about Charlie and Chocolate
No,
Factory?
I was
Oh.
Smelled like chocolate. Made me think of him.
I actually have some candy stuff for us later.
Oh,
candy
great.
and dessert stuff.
Oh.
Because there wasn't that much information on this brewery, quite
No.
honestly. So we had to make a left turn.
I was waiting for you to pull some Wonka bars out of your pocket there.
Oh, that'd be
thought I saw one.
yummy.
All right, so here's what I know about this. What does it say on the ABV chocolate stout?
I guess 8.
Is it the same
Yeah.
as the lava stout?
It's 8.
8 on the lava.
Perfect.
Cake,
Okay.
too. Yep.
8 is great. And 8 for Octopi, right?
Oh, good call.
Just to, I'm sure that's not why, but
Oh, okay.
no.
I was like, clever.
I found this information a little bit on there. Like you mentioned earlier, these guys were kind of like a ghost in the ether. They were hard to find anything on this.
Not much at all.
So what I did find some notes about Octopi. Do you hear that through the?
I do. Do you hear the music?
Yeah, I hear some music through there. That's cool.
Be real quiet for a second.
Listen.
Avril Lavigne?
I hope so. If it's not, we'll put some in. It is not Skater Boy, because I know that song. They are, I guess, a subsidiary, a brewing partner with whatever I could find on Octopi. They make beer for Aldi, like the grocery store.
The grocery store? Aldi?
So
Aldi has its own,
yeah,
like private label beer?
Yeah, so like Trader Joe's, they have their own beer.
Right.
And it's made by like Rheingeist.
Yep.
And that's kind of a thing that's out there. So I'm assuming it's similar to that.
I believe we've talked about that at one point.
Because I think we had some beers out of there maybe.
Yeah.
But this Octopi place sounded kind of cool. It was like a different idea as far as the brewing business.
Yeah.
Because they did stuff like marketing and canning and like label art. And they'll like advise you on stuff like that. They'll brew beer with you. If you need a place to brew your beer. They're just kind of, what I wrote down was a one-stop shop for new and or established brands.
Interesting.
So they also work with this brewery that we see, or beers around here, called Untitled Art.
Yep.
So we've had a lot of those in the market lately.
Absolutely.
And everybody seems to really like them. Real flavorful, like stouts and sours. And I think that's the main thing that they do. Are those types of beers.
I've only had some of their stouts and porters.
Yeah.
A couple of them have been rather unremarkable.
Yeah.
But a couple of them have been like, wow, that's flavor I've never had in a
But
beer.
they're like German chocolate cake and like crazy flavored things like that, raspberry stuff.
They did a sticky mango something or rather. It had like fruity pebbles on the can or whatever.
Weird.
That was my favorite Untitled Art.
Yum.
Yeah.
So they brew beer there. That's where their brew is coming from.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's interesting.
2014, I think, is maybe when they started. Is that the notes that you found?
That's what I found, yes.
And then they've expanded several times. And they have, I believe, food there. Yes, they do. They have food. They have like a tasting room.
Okay, so that I couldn't find anything on that. So you could go there and like
Yes.
they have all the beers on tap that they brew?
They had, I did not find any of these brews that we're going to talk about, but I did find Untitled Art and then straight Octopi on the tap handles. I could see. I had to zoom in.
Okay.
You know how you do.
How did you zoom in? Oh, okay.
Here's the food menu, because, I need to know this.
Sure.
And I wrote down some of the things that I feel like we would probably jive with. They have brisket tacos.
Yeah.
Which sounds okay.
Yep.
Pork belly burnt ends.
Yes.
I'll be all right with that. They have street corn. That's just what they called it. But they also had an elote dog. So a hot dog with all those fixings on it.
With
apparently.
the corn and everything?
Is the corn on the hot dog?
Yeah, they just like dumped it in the bun with all the other stuff.
Oh. And then they roll it around with all of the other
Like
the stuff?
cheese, maybe.
The cheese and the chili powder. Remember, I made the poor man's elote on here.
Yeah, in the can. We've come a long way from the Hobo pork chop to the can of corn.
Yeah.
So now you can get this in a hot dog at this place. In
I would
wherever,
order that. I would totally order
Wisconsin,
that. Yeah.
this is. Here's some of the beers that they had on tap that I saw on their website. For Untitled Art, Sweet and Sour Tangerine IPA.
Interesting.
Mexican style chocolate pot de creme, 11.9%. Okay.
Ooh.
Hazy IPA, 12.0. That's their version 12.0. So
I thought that was like ABV on the hazy. I'm like,
it's
holy
8%.
smokes.
Watermelon, pineapple, lime, smoothie seltzer, 5.5.
That's weird.
Sounds like a summer drink.
Yep.
And then chocolate coconut candy stout. So maybe, what's that, Almond Joy?
Yeah, like an
So
almond joy.
like that, 8%. So I think a lot of their stouts, 8% on the IPA too. Untitled Art also has an NA beer line.
Really?
Which I haven't seen here, but maybe they do have it. I guess I haven't looked.
Oh.
It's just called NA beer. They have 6 different kinds. So they had flavored whatevers. They also make something, which I haven't seen before, CBD water. So infused CBD water in a can. $3 a can.
I have seen that. It's interesting that they're canning it though.
Yeah.
I would have figured Colorado or California.
I've seen, with the THC in Colorado infused, but I haven't seen CBD here.
Yep.
And then the Octopi beers they had on tap, Galaxy New England Style IPA, 6.5%, a Crystal Kolsch, 4.5%, and then Astronaut PB and Chocolate Imperial Porter, 9%.
Whoa.
So I'm
Nice.
guessing it's probably thick, than this one. Oh, you drank yours already. Okay.
I did.
I'm going to stop talking.
I wasn't sure what to expect, quite honestly, going into the research and not having this beer before. Maybe I had some preconceived notions that, like, I may not like this. It may not be good, or, or whatever. Absolutely untrue. I think that the chocolate comes out super nice in this. If it was thicker, I think it'd be better. It would make it better. But I like it just as is.
It's thin for an 8%, what you think of. The chocolate comes through. It's not overly sweet. I mean, there's a little bit there, but it's not like, ooh, I need a insulin shot after I'm done, which is problematic. But this is one you could drink a lot of, I think.
Yeah.
And it would be nice when it warms up, too. You won't get the chance, but I might.
There's a little bit in here if you want some more.
I'm looking forward to the lava cake here because we'll get into that.
Okay. Here's what I wrote down for the chocolate lava cake. This was off the State of Brewing stuff I could find.
Okay.
High alcohol. Well, 8% is 8%. High-ish for, rookies. Dark roasted coffee, chocolate, and pastry notes.
Okay.
Blended with creaminess of milk, sugar, and chocolate cake. It definitely looks darker and thicker than the other one we just had.
Without a doubt. And you can tell, like, the head is thicker. It's, way darker.
I'm going to go over here to you, Dolan, since I still have some of this one.
Oh, okay.
They say it pairs well with cherry pie, dark chocolate cake, aged cheeses, which I guess I've never really sat around and had a bunch of aged cheeses with beer, but I guess you could.
No, I guess
Pot roast and barbecue ribs.
Roast.
That's more my style. Yep. Proteins.
Yep.
So that's what I could find on their flavor stuff. So, I don't know. Chocolate. I guess chocolate and cherries is a combination that people like, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think, honestly, with the help of Frank Smith here in our IT department, he's kind of expanded my cheese palate a little bit. If you haven't, a couple.
Is he a cheeser? Cheesemonger?
He likes some cheese for sure.
Is he a stinky cheese guy?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He made me eat some brie cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My wife likes brie. We have that in the house.
I didn't mind it. He made me eat the rind, and it tasted like damp basement. like
earthy,
very, very like musty basement.
Yeah. When he said that, and then I had to try some of the rind, and it was like spot on.
You're like yep, this tastes like the air of a dirt floor basement.
If you could eat basement smell, that's what it was. But then the cheese is quite nice, like the creaminess you put on a cracker or whatever.
You kind of spread it on there. Yeah,
I like a nice hard cheese with this beer right here, or the regular chocolate stout. Absolutely, I could see that.
I think some places do like a cheese and beer pairing. I know they do them at wine places a lot, but I think some breweries will do it. I think Cross Train has even done something like that.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know. It's seems like a big city thing to have like a fancy cheese place.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think you can get cheese a lot. Like order it online, or most grocery stores have a higher end section of
cheese
cheeses.
selection.
If you walk past the Velveeta singles, you can usually find the goat cheese and whatnot.
You know what I like to? I used to do this at Whole Foods all the time, and now like our local Hy-Vee does it. Like our local very large chain has cheese, a whole cheese section, like a specialty cheese section. And there's always little chunks at the end that they wrap. That are they're very, very small, right? Yeah. So it's like $2 for a little small. How many little chunks is it? Maybe it's probably 3-4, bites out of it or whatever, or it depends on how you cut it. But you can try it for a couple bucks, and you don't know if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way. Is just go to the little basket of chunks. And just try, right? And just try it and see what you run across. I don't know.
Kind of like a beer taster.
Exactly.
Don't commit. Just try it first.
Well,
and if you like it, then you
like,
can go order it by the pound.
Like, Gouda? No. Right? But for next time.
Yeah. That makes so much sense. Like, my wife and I have been doing it all wrong. Like, we got a charcuterie board for, like, a wedding gift or whatever. And ever since we got it, we're like, well, we're never going to use this thing. We were wrong. Now charcuterie board is like what we bring to family gatherings and stuff.
Yeah.
And like we were just buying the like whatever cheeses, like full blocks of cheese, and we would find stuff that we would not like.
Yeah.
I gave you that board for your
was that you?
No, it wasn't. I'm just making that up. No, I'm making that up.
I have no idea who gave me what.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
You're finally using my gift.
Charcuterie boards is a hot thing right now. Like, it's a real... like in Omaha specifically, there's people that's their job is to make them for you.
Yeah,
because they make them real pretty and.
You can like do like a date night with whoever. Like you can call them up, tell them where you want them to set it all up at, like picnic style or whatever, and then they'll come out and like put a table out in like whatever park you said, and then they'll put a little tablecloth and fill it with cheese and meats and wine and
For real?
Yeah. All
Now,
this stuff.
dessert charcuterie boards are becoming more popular. So they'll have like 5 or 6 different things, and then they'll have maybe 5 or 6 dipping sauces in it. You'll give it like a raspberry or some chocolate, some honey, and then they'll make, whatever you want, cookies or whatever you want to have. They'll lay it out just like a regular one. And yeah, that's another thing that's becoming popular, I've noticed.
Well, they make the little meat roses out of like the pepperoni and stuff, where they kind of lace them together to make a little rose.
What a band name. Meat Rose.
Meat roses.
I've seen the bacon ones before. Those are popular.
Bacon Rose?
Yeah.
For Valentine's for dudes, that's something that you'll see online.
I'll be taking
Bacon roses.
as many bacon roses as you can give me for Valentine's Day. Please bring me a dozen if you want.
I think that's a pound.
I'll be your Valentine.
A pound of bacon.
Spoiler alert, we're going to have Valentine's beers in a couple weeks.
Yes.
I mean, next week.
Yeah, next week.
Oh, crud. Is that coming up
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
You better get shopping for your wife or whoever your sweetie's
My
going to be.
Goodness.
All right, here we go. Waunakee. I'm going to say that's how it is. You're a Green Bay fan. Is that close?
Waunakee.
Sure.
Waunakee.
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 Let's say Waunakee.
Waunakee.
It's like Waunakes of Crete mixed together. Waunakee.
Waunakee.
The only Waunakee in the world. That's what they tout themselves as. There is no other one.
Well, nobody can pronounce it, so there you go.
Right. And I couldn't hardly spell it.
Right.
It's technically a village, it says. 14,879 people for the population.
Now there's villages in Illinois too, like around Chicago. The village of Bedford Park is a suburb of Chicago. I don't understand that.
I don't know if it's population based. I mean, there's still some here in Nebraska that call themselves a village or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
But I think it's just a size thing.
Okay.
Size queen or whatever. Northern Western / Railroad wanted to expand its line from Madison, Wisconsin to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
And this was a place kind of in the middle of that for a city to be built, a town for people to stay overnight.
Oh.
Because apparently, a long time ago, when you were on the train, it took a long time. It wasn't like,
Did they go slower back then?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
They got to
steam
feed
train,
it with
right?
coal.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, you got
Keep
the
it
guy
going.
that's all sweaty
Yeah.
with his rag on in his hat and wiping the sweat and throwing that's how it was. You've seen the movie. You've seen Westworld.
Yeah.
So
I know, yeah.
this is a town that was built for that reason. So it was kind of like a railroad town.
Okay.
And it was founded in 1871, incorporated in 1893, which means I think there's some towns that when I drive through to go visit my mom in southern Nebraska that you go through that are not incorporated, which means that I think they don't have a business.
There was a town right outside the town I grew up in, Concordia, Kansas. It's called Rice, Kansas.
Yeah.
And on the sign, and there was nothing there. There was like a grain
Unincorporated,
elevator, and it said unincorporated.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
always wondered exactly what that meant.
Yeah, I think Princeton, Nebraska is one that I'm thinking of.
There's one right outside of Fremont, Ames. It's unincorporated.
Unincorporated.
It's like 45 minutes from here.
I don't know if that means no business, no bank, no post office. I don't know, but
Maybe.
that is a thing. I think they're just real small.
I'm going to guess that's probably a pretty safe guess, yeah.
So let's see. What else was in my notes? Okay, yeah, 1893. So they finally got some. That was after the railroad kind of got their stuff together, and there was now some place to have businesses in.
Okay.
Hotel and whatnot, a restaurant. The name means fair and pleasant valley in the local native language. So I guess it's in this area. There was 2 guys, from what I could tell in my research, that moved there to, I guess, just westward expansion, right? So like they're getting their area and stuff, and they're the ones that like donated the land to make the city. And they were like, well, you can have the land, and the people the city founders were like, cool, what should we call ourselves? And they're like, oh, yeah, we don't want that stress. So that's how they came up with the name. So it came from the native language.
Oh, all right.
Okay, now we're fast forwarding like 120 years. There you go.
I'm there.
I wanted to find out. I've never heard of this place.
Right.
Who's from here? Anybody?
Okay.
Any noteworthy people ever live here, born there, whatever? Here's who I found. A couple. Most famous.
This is going to be very, like, C-list, probably, I'm guessing.
No, well.
Okay.
This is a little before Nolan's time, maybe. He might know.
All right.
Ron Dane.
Oh, yes.
The NCAA leader rushing.
Who was he? Ohio State?
Wisconsin.
That's well, duh.
Set all the records from Wisconsin. In 1999, he won the Heisman Trophy.
Played in the NFL for a minute.
8 years and 9 seasons.
That's longer than a minute. Okay.
Yeah, especially for running back.
Yeah.
He is the all-time leader in rushing stats in the NCAA. He's got 7,125 yards.
He was a truck.
Yeah. They called him the Train. Ron the Train Dane.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Also because he's from the area. It was a train town. Choo-choo. That includes bowl games like the Rose Bowl. Choo-choo. That was nice.
John just hit his head on the microphone.
He wasn't ready for the choo-choo. So his rushing career in college was 7,125. His pro career, 3,722.
Yikes.
Yeah.
9 years.
Yeah.
Oof.
He was injured a lot. But also, you remember in college, I mean, we're talking 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He was big.
That's what I meant.
He ran you over.
Yeah.
But you get to the NFL, everybody's big.
Everybody's big.
Right? So it's not such a huge thing.
Yeah. He was a bowling ball.
His last season was with the Houston Texans.
Okay, that makes sense.
Grandma, is that you? Nope, it wasn't her.
I think this is the plumber who's coming to fix some pipes.
Oh, okay, the pipes guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 5-star. That's
2007, he fills in for an injured Green Bay Packer, ex-Husker, Amon Green.
Amon Green, that's right.
That's right.
And he has his second best season of all time. Mm-hmm. He had almost 1,000 yards. He had 900 and something yards, and he probably would have had 1,000, but he only played 13 games, Ron Dane. And then he retired. So it's like, hey, I'm doing awesome. Time to go. Call it good. So he had like a third of his career stats in his last season as like almost a 30-year-old running back. And then the only other person I could find that was of any note that we can talk about.
Okay.
Mike Moh. M-O-H. You won't know his name.
Okay.
And I think you've seen the movie. I think we've talked about it before. He is a 5th degree black belt in American Taekwondo.
Okay.
He is best known for a couple of things. One of them is this web series. I don't know how to say this name, but it's Ryu.
Ryu?
In Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter Assassins comes out in 2014. Then they make Resurrection in 2016.
Okay.
And then there's another one that they were trying to shoot, but I think it got canceled. So he's this guy, whoever that Street Fighter guy is. He played Triton in Marvel's Inhumans. That makes
in the TV show?
I guess so.
Okay.
Here's how I've seen him. He's best known for playing a Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That guy. Yes.
So the one that Brad Pitt just throws against the car. Spoilers.
What a fantastic! If you haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
check it out.
It's as Quentin Tarantino as you can get, and then the end of it takes a left turn like you wouldn't believe, and it's fantastic.
But it's also Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, it's so good.
So this guy was born in Atlanta, and now he lives and works in this place in Wisconsin.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he has like a studio or dojo or whatever they call it there, but so you can go take classes with this dude.
Okay.
If you live in Waunakee, Wisconsin.
Look, after you get your ass kicked by Brad Pitt on the big screen, where else do you have to go?
I don't know. I guess you beat up other kids.
I guess. Yeah.
Places. Kind of like in Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes. That's
the
exactly
sensei guy.
You want to take a roundhouse kick to the face with pants like this or whatever it was? Yeah.
And his wife is Darla or whatever. She's so hot.
What was his
Starla? Wasn't that her name?
Starla.
Starla was his wife.
What was his name? It was
in the movie. I can't remember. It's driving me nuts.
It'll come to me.
I see his headband and his heart, his like flag pants, but I can't think of his name.
Gosh, Rex Kwon Do.
Yep, that's
Rex Kwon Do.
Yep, there it is. That's what I have. That's who's from this area. Football star-ish. Bruce Lee guy.
Okay, well then let's talk about this beer then, because I was really looking forward to the chocolate lava cake stout. I think the base chocolate stout is better. There's nothing wrong with this.
It has, I don't know, is that it? I don't want to say acidic or metallic, but there's something at the back end to me that, I don't know, that's different than the first one.
I definitely like the chocolate stout way better.
Mm-hmm. I wish the chocolate stout flavor was in the thickness and body of this beer.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then that'd be outstanding.
Absolutely.
I do like the can art on this one, though.
It's very trippy, very hippie.
Yeah, it's kind of like early 1970s, like 71 lava lamp and curtain design. Like, I'm pretty sure my grandma had these curtains.
Oh, or wallpaper.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or even a couch cushion or something.
I mean, they're not off, though. It does taste like lava cake.
Yeah, it does.
I guess I don't think I've ever had lava. Is that the one that has liquidy stuff in the
on
middle?
the inside.
Mm-hmm. Isn't there a restaurant that's known for lava cake?
I don't know, but you can get it pretty much, that's like a staple anywhere, right?
I want to say it's like Applebee's maybe was the first to have. Maybe.
Like everywhere.
Maybe.
So you could get it.
Actually, when I was dating my wife, I bought a lava cake pan in order to make the lava cakes. They're like, about the size of your fist.
Okay.
Right? And you put the stuff in there, and then you put the goo in there, and then you put more stuff on there, and then you bake it. And so the goo stays on the inside, and it doesn't bake. But the outside bakes around it. So when you cut into it, it's all hot, and it just goos
like
out.
that.
Yeah. And you usually drizzle it, chocolate over it, and then
I love a good drizzle.
A little bit of ice cream, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. Put some powdered sugar on it, too.
Yeah, powdered sugar.
This would go good with that.
It would. It totally
I'm pretty
would.
sure you can get it, at Hero 88, which is, a local sushi place.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
You can get it, anywhere.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty popular now.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how did yours turn out that you made?
It turned out pretty good.
I mean, I guess the way you described it, I wasn't sure. Mm-hmm. The terminology that you used, goo and stuff, but
Goo and stuff.
I watched a little, Food Network, so I wasn't sure where you were going, but
Chocolate goo.
I'm not on Top Chef or anything, but I can
You can
know
make a
my
lava
way
cake
around the kitchen.
Okay.
I can do that.
Hey, if you want to eat, you got to know how to cook it. That's how I feel.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I did. In lieu of my normal brewery research, I want to talk about desserts and candies.
Let's do it.
And just in general, I want opinions on this because I've got a couple topics here for you I want to talk about, because chocolate generally is not my favorite.
Oh.
And I know that's weird.
Well,
I get it.
I'm a chocolate guy. And so is my son, and my wife is a fruits dessert person.
See,
Citrus is mostly.
You like fruits?
I do.
Yeah. I'm chocolate all day, I guess. If I had a choice between, a sucker or a Hershey's bar, I'm going Hershey's bar, or those Fruity Tooties or whatever, even Laffy Taffy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I can go
or
with that.
Jolly Rancher. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't like even Skittles either.
So, Skittles are fantastic. What are you talking
Now,
about?
if they made a chocolate Skittle,
now
I think they tried.
what if they just made chocolate round candy with a hard candy shell? That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be
like an M&M. Delicious.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some candy questions here. So we already answered the one, right? If you're going to go fruity candy or chocolate candy.
Yeah, chocolate.
Chocolate. And I'm fruity candy. I like a fruity candy.
You liked fruit stripe gum, didn't you?
I did, yeah. For the first 10 seconds.
Yikes. Stripes. Fruit
Stripes gum. You drop that little song in there from the
zebra.
from the 70s. 70s, probably?
80s. Late 70s, early 80s, probably.
God, that gum. I don't understand how that flavor would disappear so quickly. It's just like
it
that.
did. It
Just
always
like
did.
that.
The zebra stripe. I've had it before. It must have been around for a long time.
It was around, yeah.
Oh, it's
Is it still around?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Licorice. Are you a licorice guy at all? Do you like the licorice?
Licorice is like if you just wanted to chew on like an extension cord. It has that texture.
Okay.
And no, I'm not.
No.
I don't like the original licorice. I don't like the hard rope or whatever. I like the pull and peels.
Okay.
And they have to be like weird flavors, right?
You like
I don't
the bastardized version of licorice.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I don't like the
Like sour
cherry
apple or something.
Yeah, like that's the stuff I like, or the lemon or whatever. But also, I really like black licorice.
See, that's my next question. Is if you had to choose between black or red licorice, what would you choose?
Black.
Black.
I would eat 100 pounds of red before I'd eat 1 pound of black.
Interesting.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
Final
Black.
question then. Licorice, is it...
What about blackjack gum?
Oh, yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
right? That stuff
yes.
was
Or clove, the clove gum.
Yep, I
Same
remember that.
company, delicious.
You remember in this is kind of on the same subject, but not really. But it reminded me of that in Pee-wee's Big Adventure
Yes.
when he gives Francis the gum, him and his dad, and it's
Trick
that black,
gum.
and they're like, and the black stuff
Black
dripping
stuff
out.
comes out
That's
his
what I
mouth?
think of a blackjack gum.
When I think of clove gum, is it clove or blackjack? I can't remember. One of the two was in The Rocketeer. Remember The Rocketeer?
yeah, that Disney movie.
He chewed that gum.
It might have been. I don't know.
I don't remember.
They still make all those kinds. I think
Yeah.
you just have to like look for it.
Yeah. So then the last question is Red Vines or Twizzlers? I'm a Red Vines guy.
Doesn't Red Vines make the sour apple?
I don't.
Kind?
Maybe I don't know.
you're talking like licorice.
Yeah.
No.
The Red Vine comes in the big tub. You get it at like Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club.
Yeah, and they're like individually.
Oh yeah.
But the
Yeah.
Twizzlers are like a pack, and they're all like
Yep.
in there.
Yes. Yeah.
None.
I'm a Red Vines guy.
Pass.
And I get it. Red Vine might be the knockoff. I don't know, quite honestly. So I don't know.
Kind of like our Hydrox and Oreo.
See, I was wrong about
situation.
that. Yeah, I was totally wrong.
I'm walking by them both.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Me too.
Okay. Okay. Let's hop back to chocolate real quick.
Okay.
You like milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
That's hard.
Yeah.
I don't
Am
think
I
it
making
is.
s'mores or am I just eating chocolate?
You're just. I don't know. Just in general, you're just eating it.
Okay, I like dark chocolate a lot. But I also, if I have a sweet tooth, I'm going milk chocolate.
Yeah. I think dark chocolate pairs with more things. Like
Right.
if you want to eat it with stuff.
Yeah.
If you just want a candy bar, I think milk chocolate's the way to go.
See, if I have to eat chocolate, it's got to be dark for me.
It's got to be dark.
Yep. It's got to be dark. Like my coffee. I want a dark roast. I want it to punch you in the mouth.
Your coffee will do that.
Absolutely.
I don't know about chocolate.
Right. Okay. So I got two favorites here to ask
Okay.
you. Okay.
Okay.
Favorite candy. If you're gonna go get a candy, what's your favorite candy?
Oh man.
I know that's a tough one. That's not an easy one. And I'll tell you, my answer is going to surprise you.
So my favorite candy all time, I'm going to have to go Reese's peanut butter cup.
Okay. Yeah, that's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Favorite candy now is Kinder has this wafer chocolate thing called Bueno.
I've
Those
seen
things
that.
are good. Those are awesome.
I've seen that.
I'm just an OG. Just a straight plain M&M.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like those.
So as much as I like dots, I love dots.
Oh yeah.
If I had to choose, my favorite candy are gummy lifesavers.
Okay.
What?
I can get behind gummy candy. Like as far as
Yeah.
fruity candy goes, gummies are really good.
I love when Maddox goes trick or treating. When the girls went trick or treating when
Yeah.
they were younger, that you would get the little individually wrapped gummy lifesavers,
Sure.
which were much larger than a regular lifesaver.
Yeah, they were.
I would take every one of them.
Dad tax, man.
Absolutely.
Right there. Those aren't safe for you.
No apologies. No apologies.
My son knows because Twizzlers is a thing, like in the Halloween packs,
Yeah.
right? He knows that he's not going to eat it, and I'm not going to eat it. So we save those for Uncle James,
Oh,
my brew-in-law. When he comes to town, he likes licorice. He's a candy, especially sour candy guy. But whenever he shows up around Halloween, we've got a whole bunch of Twizzlers to push his way. So he's at 5, now 6.
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just show up and you might get some Twizzlers.
Okay, so then second favorite question. Favorite dessert. If you could have one dessert, like you
God.
you're on death row.
Okay.
Okay? And this is your last dessert of all time.
What did I do to get on death? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Man, this one's hard.
Yeah, this is really tough.
Not for me.
Really?
No. No.
I think it would have to be a mix between a really nice, like a really good tiramisu, or I'm gonna have to go tiramisu.
Okay.
I love tiramisu.
That's a good.
I'd
that's a
say
good
either my grandma's apple crisp, which includes no chocolate,
answer.
or like a French silk pie.
Oh, yeah.
I could
Maybe even from Village Inn.
Mm-hmm.
One
Yeah.
of those. That'd be either one
Yeah.
of those.
Mine's easy. Red velvet cake.
red velvet cake.
It's just chocolate cake with red food coloring.
Nah, it's not really. No, it tastes like magic. I don't know. I don't know. Red velvet cake. Honorable mention though. Close second, key lime pie.
Yeah, you
I
and my
love-
wife would get along. Those
Yeah.
are every birthday that her and the twin sister had. Her mom would make a red velvet cake.
Okay, I take mine back. Pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah. See, I could do that
Oh,
too.
Whoa, whoa!
gosh.
That's got fruit in it. No
Yeah.
chocolate. What's
I
going
know.
No
on?
way.
You drizzle some chocolate on
Okay,
it.
okay. keep that MF thing on me. A chocolate drizzle.
It goes
There you go.
with. Yeah, it goes with.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, I requested a pineapple upside down cake every year for my birthday. Yeah, my stepmom makes the best.
we're still waiting for Karen here in our office to make us a sour orange pie. So before the key lime pie, there was
Yeah.
sour orange pie.
How long you been waiting for this pie?
A while. A while.
Like years?
Yeah, she said she'd do it. I think it's harder than maybe a key lime pie would be.
I think they're all hard. I've
We're
seen
on
my wife is a great baker, like from scratch. She's really good,
Oh.
but it's intense. Like it's a lot of work, especially like key limes. You got to do the whole like with zested,
Zesting,
to
yeah.
make sure you don't get any of that in there because it's bitter, and
Yeah.
you got to make the whatever that is compote. I don't know. Jesus, I just eat it. I don't make it.
Day 536.
I know you're still
Atlas head chef is still holding out on sour.
Still not making
sour
orange
pie.
pie.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, one of these days, maybe, hopefully, she'll make that for us.
Yeah, maybe. You might have to, I don't know, bring it up to her again.
I will. No TripAdvisor, obviously. Then I mean, I guess I could have done the octopi, but I didn't really get that. Like I said, I got a little deep in there, and then
Yeah.
thought, nope,
It was hard
yeah,
to
I'm gonna
find
go a
anything
different
on
way.
them, that's for sure.
So I went with just Untapped for
Okay.
both of these. So chocolate stout. We'll do the chocolate stout first.
I have a feeling we're all going to rate it higher,
I think so too.
but I don't think that Untapped's going to rate it higher. That's my guess.
1,200 check-ins on the
straight?
chocolate stout.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.2K. Stupid Untapped.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Where do you think we land?
382.
362.
You're gonna hate yourself. 381.
Whoa.
Right on. Right on.
So close.
I'd go 4. Quite honestly, that's a
Yeah,
that's a nice.
that's a solid 4 for
it's
me.
a 4 and it's a 4.25 if it was a little thicker,
Yep.
or whatever.
I agree.
So
I really enjoyed the flavor of that. I mean, I've had chocolate stouts before, but I think this might rank with some of the best.
Whoa.
Yeah.
interesting.
The chocolate just, I don't know. And I know you guys maybe are wanting it to be a little bit more thick. I kind of enjoyed that it wasn't so thick.
He's not a fork and knife stout guy. We
No,
are.
yeah, I kind of want to chew it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, chocolate lava cake stout.
Okay.
625 check-ins.
Very small.
Half. Where do you think we land on that one?
3.70.
I'm going 378.
373. Right there in
close.
between. Right in
That's
between.
probably about where I'd rank it.
I go 375 on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fine. I thought I was going to go one way, went the totally opposite
Yeah, I
way.
thought I would have preferred the lava cake
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. Okay, next week, Valentine's Day, right, Dolan? Is that Valentine's
Yeah.
Valentine's episode? Happy
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day. We got some. Brian's got one or two for us, right? You've got a bonus beer, and
I might have a bonus beer. Okay. I might have 2 bonus beers. We'll just have to wait and see.
Never know.
and then I've got another cake-themed stout the week after, I believe, that I brought back from Boston when I was at Trillium. So
Okay.
which a little bomber of that made it back in the suitcase unscathed.
Nice.
So we're gonna drink it here. So the month of stouts continues, much to Brian's joy.
Yeah, that's true. I do like a stout.
All right, fellas, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another beer.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.